Hello everybody. Today we continue our lesson about ethics in engineering. Our learning outcomes for this topic is: define ethics in engineering. Engineering is an important and learned profession. It has a direct and vital impact on the quality of life for all people. Hence, an engineer must perform under a standard of professional behavior which requires adherence to the highest principles of ethical conduct. Engineers are expected to maintain high standards of ethical conduct in their lives, by the society and their profession. Legal standards, defined by a legal body, determine what the law is and who should obey it. Ethical standards exist independently of any particular group of experts. In Malaysia, code of ethics related to engineering are regulated and governed by BEM. Definition: engineering ethics. The study of related questions about moral conduct, character and relationships of peoples and organizations involved in technological development. An applied form of ethical standards which apply to any engineers as to avoid legal problems by uphold national law as a standard for profession, to protect the reputations of all engineers, provides the guideposts which all engineers should act or make decision, gain public respect and trust by maintain personal integrity, provide positive motivation for ethical conduct. Code of Professional Conduct. Learning outcomes. A. Explain the 5 tenets Code of Professional Conduct. B. Explain codes of professional conduct in engineering as stipulated in the BEM document, Do's and Don'ts. What is tenets? Tenets is a principle, belief or doctrine generally held to be true, especially in common by members of an organization, movement or profession. The 5 tenets engineering code of ethics. 1. Engineers shall at all times hold paramount of the safety, health and welfare of the public. 2. Engineers shall perform their services only in the area of their competence. 3. Engineers shall issue public statements only in an objective and truthful manner. 4. Engineers shall act for each employer of clients as faithful agent or trustee. 5. Engineers shall conduct himself honorably, responsibly, ethically and lawfully so as to enhance the honor, reputation and usefulness of the profession. For tenet number 1. Engineers shall at all times hold paramount of the safety, health and welfare of the public. What is the meaning from this statement? Number 1. If an engineer judgment is overruled under circumstances that endanger life or property, they shall notify their employer or client and such other authority as may be appropriate. Number 2. Engineer must approve only those engineering documents that are in conformity with applicable standards. Number 3. Engineer cannot reveal facts, data or information without the prior consent of the client or employer except as authorized or required by law or this code. Number 4. Engineers not permit the use of their name or associate in business ventures with any person or firm that they believe are engaged in dishonest enterprise. Number 5. Engineers not hate or abet the unlawful practice of engineering by a person or firm. Number 6. Engineers having knowledge of any alleged violation of this code shall report thereon to appropriate professional bodies and cooperate with the proper authorities in furnishing such information or assistance as may be required. For ethics number 2. Engineers shall perform their services only in the area of their competence. Engineer undertake assignments only when qualified by education or experience in the specific technical fields involved. Engineer not affix their signatures to any plans or documents dealing with subject matter in which they lack competence, nor to any plan or document not prepared under their direction and control. Engineer may accept assignments and assume responsibility for coordination of an entire project and sign and seal the engineering documents for the entire project, provided that each technical segment is signed and sealed only by the qualified engineers who prepared the segment. For ethics number 3. Engineers shall issue public statements only in an objective and truthful manner. What is the meaning for this statement? Number 1. Engineers shall be objective and truthful in professional reports, statements or testimony and include all relevant and pertinent which should bear the date indicating when it was current. Number 2. Engineer may express publicly technical opinions that are founded upon knowledge of the facts and competence in the subject matter. Number 3. Engineers shall issue no statements, criticisms or arguments on technical matters that are inspired or paid for by interested parties, unless they have prefaced their comments by explicitly identifying the interested parties on whose behalf they are speaking and by revealing the existence of any interest the engineers may have in the matters. For ethics number 4. Engineers shall act for each employer or client as faithful agents or trustees. What is the meaning for this statement? The meaning for this statement. Engineer must disclose all known or potential conflicts of interest that could influence or appear to influence their judgment or the quality of their services. Number 2. Engineer not accept compensation, financial or otherwise from more than one party for services on the same project, unless the circumstances are fully disclosed and agreed to by all interested parties. Number 3. Engineer not solicit or accept financial or other valuable consideration, directly or indirectly from outside agents in connection with the work for which they are responsible. Number 4. Engineers in public service as members or employees of a governmental body or department shall not participate in decisions with respect to services solicited or provided by them or their organizations in private or public engineering practice. Number 5. Engineers not accept a contract from a governmental body on which a principal or officer of their organization serves as a member. Tenets number 5 is: engineer shall conduct himself honorably, responsibly, ethically, and lawfully so as to enhance the honor, reputation and usefulness of the profession. Explanation for this statement is: engineer not falsify the qualifications or permit misrepresentation of associates' qualifications or exaggerate their responsibility in or for the subject matter of prior assignments. Number 2. Brochures or other presentations incident to the solicitation of employment shall not misrepresent pertinent facts concerning employers, employees or past accomplishments. Number 3. Engineer not offer, solicit or receive, directly or indirectly, any contribution to influence the award of a contract by public authority. Number 4. Engineer not offer any gift or other valuable, pay a commission, percentage or brokerage fee in order to secure work,